The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the December 21st, terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, let your fingers do the walking. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, inside the Tigers Den. Hey, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow trading up 110 points, 24,836, about 0.5%. Same with the S&P, about 0.5%. NASDAQ 100 up 0.4. Russell 2000 up about 0.6. Semiconductors back about 0.5%. Otherwise, it's mean and green for all of the indices out of there. Transports are flat. Gold is basically flat up 80 cents. Silver's back 4 pennies. Light sweet crude up 12 cents. Leading the charge here to the upside dollar-wise. Charter Communications, $16 to the upside. Priceline up 13. NetEase up 8. Martin Marietta up 7. Baidu up 6. Goldman Sachs up about 6. To the downside, Bitcoin Investment Trust off $407. Long Fin Corp down 21%. Down 15. Align Technologies off 11. Biogen off 9. Apogee Enterprises down $8. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. And yesterday, towards the end of the show, Tim had sent in a request, wanted to take a look at Restoration Hardware. I didn't get that till after the show, but we'll go take a look at Restoration Hardware for Tim. And Tim, I don't recall right now where you were in on this. I know you are long, and you're just simply asking, what's it look like from here. So let's go take a look at what it looks like from here. And this is the daily, the weekly, monthly charts where we have our profile information. So with regard to the weekly chart out here, I'll just start here. You're going to see brand new weekly profile that formed this week. That gives you some parameters for both support and resistance. The resistance level, 106.48. We haven't been up there yet. Maybe we get up there. I don't know. Support, though, on this is 82.05 on any kind of a pullback. Now, look, that's about a 20% pullback inside Restoration Hardware. Probably not what you want to see, but you do have a new set of parameters. Bullish, if, in fact, price can close above 106.48. Bearish, if price were to close below 82.05, even with that 20% haircut out there. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but we do have new parameters. Inside the daily chart, we have parameters as well. 94.81 is support, so any stop has to be below that. There's a nice gap to the upside that took place on the trading session of November 16th. 7 million shares to the upside. So every time price pulls back, you like to see it pull back with lighter volume, such as on December 6th, 2 million shares to the downside. So this thing right now at this stage of the game just consolidating sideways in between 94.81 and 107.48. Now on the longer term chart out here, you can see that this equity has made the 100% move of a move. That is where you anticipate that price will stop. Now, when I say anticipate, you anticipate that unless you've had a Gartley buy pattern that got you into the trade, because that can turn into an A to B equals CD pattern. On the monthly chart, we don't have that. There is an A to B equals CD, but we don't need to take a look at it. What you need to be aware of, Tim, is just simply on the trading session when this last made its all-time high was back in November of 2015. And as price was pushing up there, it was with 18 million shares. Right now, you have 17.2. We have about, I think, 5 trading sessions left. Is it 5 trading sessions? So, and on a daily basis, let's just see, what does this do on average? About 1 million shares a day. So let me just take, and we're going into the holiday time period, so you got to expect or anticipate that that's going to be a little bit less in volume. We are, oh, come on, Steve-O, hit the right button there. So we're in day number 15 of the trading session. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So you have 5 more days. That'd be about 15 million. So the good news for you is this is pushing into that swing point with volume. Even though price rejection 106.49 is below 106.49, you don't have a failure. So you just have that consolidation out there on the daily chart. Now, I'll give you the here. That was so far. I think what we've looked at is all good news. Let me give you the bad news, if there is any bad news. The bad news is this thing on a weekly basis made a beautiful bottom. One of the types of bottoms that you love to see out here. Price moving lower, doing less relative energy. Back on the week of February 17th, the bulls rush in. That sets the bottom pattern. And now as we do our wave count from that point forward, a couple of weeks ago, you got to wave number 7. Letter G out there. When I say that's the bad news, it's just the beware news out here. The better pattern is the one where price movement higher or lower, less relative energy, but we always pay attention to the way the market sings in that key of G out here. On a weekly basis, 98.73 is really a level that you'd love to see price stay above. So, Tim, best of luck in this trade. I like that it's pushing highs with volume on the monthly chart out there, but just have some type of stop in place. There's another request that came in. I saw as I went to the dates on my phone out here. Let me see if I can go back to those emails. This one comes in from Phil. Phil wants to take a look at Etsy. So let's go take a look at that. It's ETSY out here. And Etsy is a website that lets you sell things, right? Kind of like a crafty things out there. So Phil is in at about $18. This thing's at $21.61. Nice trade there. Trimmed a bit. Still holding most of the position. Where would you draw an A to B equals CD on this chart, and what targets would the result be? Well, we already had that drawn out here. For what reason, I don't know, but we did. And the A to B equals CD. Now, I'm looking at the longer-term chart. I'm looking at, when I say longer-term, intermediate term, right? We're looking at a weekly chart out here. And you can see that the B point on the weekly chart, I've got it as October 3rd, 2016. 11 million shares were out there. And in essence, when this thing was passed, when that B point was passed, it was done with, basically with 17 million shares. So a nice confirmation of an A to B equals CD to the upside. The next target out here is not that far away from where we're trading. 22.14 is your 1 to 1.272. The weekly chart doesn't suggest that price is going to stop, and instead it will set its sights on 25.61. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart out here, you had a little gap to the upside today, and the volume behind that move about 1.7 million shares. So, Phil, I would have to say, because you're in this, what sounds of, well, 1, at a nice price, 2, from a longer haul out here, I'd have to say the answer to your question is 22.14 next, and then all aboard to 25.61. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. the bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Steve takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Danny in Atlanta wants to go take a look at Novo Nordisk. NVO is the ticker symbol out here. And, Danny, I don't know if you're in this or where you're at. If we take a look at just simply market profiles, price is trading above the top of the daily, above the top of the weekly, above the top of the monthly chart out there. So from a profile standpoint, all looks well. Support being 52.81, 50.61, those being the tops of the daily and the weekly boxes respectively. Hey, got all that out in one breath out there. Now, let's try to do a little more analysis out here. And what I would do is we'll do this. We'll pull up a weekly chart out here of this equity, and everything looks good. Wrong stock, NVO. Wow. Which, well, hey, you get a 2-for-1 if you put the right symbol in, or did I just incorrectly type in the symbol that you had actually written in there? I have it listed as NVO. You want NOVO. Is that it? NOVO? Well, look, hey, let's just finish off Novo Nordisk out here, which all looks good. Price is headed back to this little bearish engulfing on a weekly basis up to these highs in the 57-ish area out here. Price moving higher, doing less relative energy, but for the most part, looks pretty good. It is NOVO. That is what Danny really wanted to look at. So we're going to, oh, man, you sure? I don't know why my system either just pooped out, which would be a bummer because I really rely on the other system out there. Well, NVO is Novo Nordisk. Yeah, NVO. So maybe this is, yeah, and I don't get an NOVO out there. So maybe this is on a Canadian exchange or something like that. Is it a gold stock? Is it a, I don't know what kind of stock it is. But NVO, looks like is Novo Nordisk. So we'll try to figure that one out between the two of us. But at this stage, my apologies. I cannot pull it up. So that being said, let's go check out the markets out here. Let's go see what it is that we see. I think I've gotten to everybody's questions thus far. But you two folks, you can give us a call, 877-927-6648. Email steve@tfnn.com. If we go take a look at the advanced decline oscillator readings, above zero in the New York Stock Exchange, above zero in the NASDAQ Composite, above zero in the Dow. What does that mean to you? That's right. Bulls are in control of the game right now. Where are they headed to? Well, we'll go try to figure that out. If we take a look at the spot volatility index below the 50-day exponential moving average, 1035, that bodes well for prices to move higher or sideways out there. So all looks good in the advanced decline oscillator reading level. Now, interestingly enough, the New York Stock Exchange is at a new all-time high out here. Let me slide to the right. Let me see if I can pick up that chart out here. Here we go. See if the advanced decline line is at a new all-time high. And the answer is 426. The answer is yes. So you have the advanced decline line for the New York Stock Exchange at a new all-time high. You have the advanced decline volume reading. Both of these are summations of all of the prior data. It, too, is at a new all-time high out there. Why is that important? Because the New York Stock Exchange is on its way to its A to B equals CD pattern, the 1-to-1 being 12,951, you're 12,823. The 1-to-1 0.272, more likely the target, 13,162. But everything here in what some would call the wider swath of the market looks very bullish to me. All right, we have another request out here. We're going to check out the ticker symbol NSRPF. Let's go see if we can put that in. I just got to a bad chart out there. Okay, let's go see if we can pick this one up. So Danny thinks it's, and I'm sure he's right, NS. Question is, will my system pick this equity up? Novo Resources. It does. Voila. Go. The G-Man. Who did that? Both Danny and the G-Man. You got to love having these wingmen, women inside of the Tiger's Den. NSRPF. I want to put that on my other screen out there, see if that populates. Ooh. So what kind of stock is this out here, guys? I guess we could go find out. We can go find out. Well, let me do this here. I can just type it in. And what is it? NSRPF. And the reason why I was saying, hey, what do these guys actually do? Why isn't... I guess I got to do it up here. NSRPF. I apologize for just wasting time, but I just was curious. What does it look like? What do these guys do here? These guys, together with subsidiaries, evaluate, acquire, and explore for gold properties in Canada, Australia, and the United States. It focuses on its Pibara Palo Placer Gold Project out there. I totally butchered that, so you're going to have to deduct 2 points for that. The question was, hey, what is this equity doing out here? If we take a look at profiles on a daily basis, you're below the bottom of the box on a daily. You're below the bottom of a box on a weekly. And if this is headed to the bottom of the box on a monthly, it's headed back to $1.15. That's another 50% haircut out here. So profile-wise, not a pretty picture. If we come over and we take a look at the weekly chart out here, we'll see that price was moving higher, doing less relative energy. You're below Stevie's red line, which is 512 out here. This is just telling us this thing is moving lower. But what are we going to be watching out here for that A to B equals CD to the downside? We're going to go ahead and watch the swing point from a couple of weeks ago. That swing point did volume of 1.3 million shares. You are already below that with 1.542 million shares out there. I take that back. The low of that was 315. You're at 320. Watch 315, guys and gals, because if so, this sucker is probably headed back to the breakout of July 10th, 2017 in that dollar range. I don't see a bottom here, not just yet. Let's go to Mike, who's calling in from Ormond Beach. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Steve, I'm doing great. Hey, I got a question on the GDX. Do you think that we're at a point where we're kind of getting to like a very short-term top where we could get maybe like a one-day pullback or so?
Man, I mean, now you're really testing me. Well, tell me what it is that you are. Why are you inclined to come up with that conclusion? So give me a clue here. Give me a little help.
Okay. Well, I got in on on the 13th, and I got out. When did I get out? I got out on the 19th, and it looked like at that point maybe we were going to get some kind of a pullback at least halfway into the big candle, and then from there it just went straight up.
Okay.
So I'm looking at an area of like 2250 to 2300. 2250, it looks like GDX traded there many, many days, so I thought maybe that might be an area of some kind of resistance in between 2250 to 2300 where we could maybe, get a consolidation or maybe a slight pullback.
Nope, I got it. So you were in the trade, and now you're looking to get back into the trade, and you'd really like to see this thing pull back. Is that a good summary?
Well, if it's in the cards, if it's
Okay. So let me show you what the cards look like, at least the deck that I'm playing with right now. Sometimes it's a good deck. Sometimes that deck lets me down. But let's go take a look at what gold is doing. And do you have the time to hang on through the break?
Yes, I do.
All right. So we're going to go back to Ormond Beach. We're going to go talk to Mike. He's looking for a bit of a pullback in the GDX and has challenged me with the question, will it do that over the course of the next couple of days? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Mike in Ormond Beach, and the question is there a chance that the GDX, the Gold Vectors Miners ETF, will pull back over the course of the next couple of days? And, now, of course, there's always a chance, but we're trying to be a little bit more technical in providing Mike with that information. Now, ordinarily, Mike, I would say I would first have answered the question, yes. I would ordinarily have answered that because of the directional correlation between the yen and gold. And in this case here, we have the yen, which yen futures, by the way, which are trading below Stevie's red line. That is at 0.8881. That means we have a falling price oscillator below zero, and that would suggest that gold would follow suit and start moving lower. However, and that correlation is still somewhat out there, but it's not as strong as it used to be. And maybe we are in a period of time here where that which we used to be able to rely upon as another tool to help gauge where gold, and the reason why we're looking at gold, Mike, as you know, is because the miners typically follow the direction of gold as well. And here is the 10-minute chart for gold, for U.S. Treasuries, for the 30-year Treasury, and for T-bond futures and for yen futures out here. So I'm going to say, hey, we're going to kind of blank can that. You can fill in the first letter out there and say we have to make our decision, with other data. Now, I'm going to put up, which I normally do not do, a 30-minute chart here for the GDX. And one of the things, Mike, I think you've got this tool out here, is we take a look at the last pullbacks inside the GDX. And I'm referring to coming into since December 14th, so for the last 7 days out here, that the buys on this have been when that price oscillator on the 30-minute chart has moved its way down to the zero line. So any pullback could be very brief. That might not be the type of pullback you were looking at, which was like 22.50 or somewhere around there. I would then look for, if you're looking to get in on the trade, where to add a position, I'd go ahead and put that 30-minute chart up on our screen. And if, in fact, you see that price oscillator difference between the 19 and 39-day exponential moving average gets down to that zero level, that may be the extent of the pullback, which probably doesn't qualify as the type of pullback you were looking for. So how's that for coming up with?
That's great because you showed me the most probable area where it could pull back to at this time based upon the information that you currently have. So that's great.
Yeah, but you've got guys in the den. They're pulling against you, by the way. They don't want to see this pullback. They're in it to win it, and they want this to continue moving higher. Yeah.
Well, like I said, not a big correction. Just seeing if there's a way I could get in. So.
Sure.
Answer that.
It looks to me like more likely than not, you're going to see price head towards the little gap out here that was really between the trading session November 29th and November 30th. Now, let me go back to my other chart. Let's just take a look at volume there. It looks to me like that's where price is likely headed to first. It's at that level where perhaps you would see that type of pullback that you're looking for. Now, the volume that it's trying to overtake doesn't have to do with volume, but you'd like to see it do so when it takes on a gap. It was 54 million shares to the downside November 29th. Nowhere near that kind of volume today. Nowhere near that kind of volume yesterday. We're not going to see that kind of volume tomorrow. We're certainly not going to see it on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday of next week. But watch 22.92. Because, Mike, if price closes above that, volume or not, old resistance will become new support. All right, my friend?
Okay. Sounds good. Steve, I want to thank you, too, for I listen to you and many other technicians, and you've been probably the most accurate one as far as the direction of the broad markets. I just want to congratulate you.
Well, thanks, Mike, and thanks so much for listening. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. And use Uber. Okay. Let's go to Sophia in Tampa. Sophia, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Hi, Steve. I'm fine. Thank you so much for taking the call.
Sure,
Steve,
my pleasure.
I have a question on X, United Steel, and it's a two-part question. And if you don't mind, after I give it to you, I'm going to hang up so I can listen to you online.
Sure.
The one question is, would you say that an ABC started back on November 15th? Would that be the first leg, the November 15th?
Are you looking at a daily chart? Are you looking at a daily
11th.
chart? Are you looking at a daily chart?
I am.
So you want to use November 15th. Okay, which you absolutely can do.
November 15th to December 11th.
Yes.
And the second part of the question is, I got into the trade with a core position on December 18th, and I've slowly added each day. But I want you to tell me, do you think it has a little more room to run? And if it does, where is it going to? And if my analysis for that first leg up is incorrect, then please guide me in the right direction, okay?
Well,
so
sure, you bet.
That's the two parts.
That's the two parts? Okay. All right. I think I can handle it from here.
Thanks
for calling.
So much, and you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. We'll do the same. All righty. So we're going to take a look at U.S. Steel. And the first question was, is this an A to B equals CD to the upside? And the swing points that Sophia was using right here on the trading session of November 15th as her A point, or B point up here on December the 11th, and the C point out here on December 15th. Now, when we take a look at this, and it's a good selection of swing points, because I'm sure Maria was taking, or Sophia was looking at November 15th. Sophia was probably looking at October 31st. She might have been looking at October 11th. She might have been looking at November 22nd out there, and all of those would have been fine. She's chosen the more conservative A to B equals CD to the upside. And since there's not a substantial price difference between this swing point where she's chosen and the other ones, no big deal. Now, what we like to see don't have to see it. Right now, we know that price is trading above the B point of an A to B equals CD to the upside, 34.33. The shares that were traded on that day were 11.2 million shares. You're at 8.3 right now as we are passing it. You passed it yesterday with 11 million shares. Let's see, what was yesterday's close? Yesterday's close was 34.37. Yeah. So you had a confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside. Absolutely correct interpretation. And what this would say to you on a daily chart is your probability is, Sophia, that price is going to first target $40.04. And the next target's going to be $42.45. That's the one-to-one. Then we take a look at an expansion, a Fibonacci expansion of that A to B leg, and that would take you to 42.45 or thereabouts. And then the 1 to 1.618, 45.52. If you draw your A to B equals CD on your chart out there, use the exact same angle as the C to D leg as you do for A to B. And I would say, Sophia, as long as price stays on the left side of that C to D leg, this is more likely headed to higher levels, meaning the 42, 45, 45, 42. You just take this one day at a time. So, yes, a price on a daily basis above the top of the box. Weekly basis above the top of its box. The monthly basis says 39.22 is its target. That's the top of its its monthly profile there. So 39.22, different than the 40.04. That's a one-to-one. What you'd love to see as price is approaching that area, assuming that it does, you really like to see price close above 39.22. Is there any danger in the air when we take a look at U.S. Steel? And the only danger that I can see at this stage of the game is right now this could be singing on a weekly basis in the key of G, wave number 7. That doesn't mean it's a sell. It just means beware. But otherwise looks like a good trade. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 112. A request inside the den from Harley wants us to take a look at ticker symbol CENX. That's Century Aluminum. Harley's looking to get in it. Looks like a slight pullback is what he says, and the daily and weekly look good. The monthly looks okay. Well, let's go take a look at CENX. Let's start with the monthly out here that just looks okay out here. And what it's trading into right now is the top of its monthly profile. So watch the price point of the top of that box, 1785. Closing above that would be bullish. You're trading at 1762 right now. 33 million shares are where we are at right now, and that swing point has 44 million shares out there. So as long as it closes inside it, would suggest to me, Harley, that this wants to go test the highs of about 2068 out here, and that is taking a look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart also has a swing point with 48 million shares in February 2017, and that was passed with 70 million shares, and that's a potential A to B equals CD that has set up inside of this equity. It looks like this when we take a look at A to B equals CD patterns. So more likely than not, I understand why you would be looking to get into this equity, because it's probably going all the way back to its highs from 2015, 14, up at the 3175 level out there. So that's what the monthly chart. So the monthly chart looks, I understand, it looks pretty good. All in all, I think you said it looked pretty good. You said it looked okay. Okay, pretty good. We're going to say are the same things out here. If we look at a weekly chart here, so we're just kind of backstepping out here. Price was moving higher, doing less relative energy. We see that by the diagonal black lines that are on my chart out here. But price pulled back, was not really a substantial pullback. You could say it's substantial, 20, 50 or so down into the 13 level. So, yeah, you'd say that's pretty substantial. It's, 30%, 35% out here. But this week, what has occurred is price is clearly above Stevie's red line at 1608. You're at 1760 and a change out there. And the price also on the bottom portion of my screen is above zero. So that's very bullish out here. So the monthly says, if you were looking to jump back in 1608-ish, would have been the price point out there, as it, depending on the time period you're looking at holding this. On a daily perspective, if we just see what the daily chart says, it's going to have a different meaning altogether. But let's go look at the daily. The daily shows that, hey, price is now up above The price oscillator is up above zero. It says that there could be a pullback, somewhere between where it's trading right now and the 1585 level. What really should occur over the coming days, price and Stevie's red line ought to go tag each other. And then if it's a test and rejection, a little trampoline, then it's off to the hinterlands out there, really where this gap is on the daily chart, taking it back to the September 26th level in that 1928 area. So that's a look at Century Aluminum for Harley inside the Tiger's Den. I think we've gotten through all the requests thus far, but I'm happy to take more. You just have to give us a call or send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. What else is it that we're watching for out here for the day? And that's a great question. I would have to say perhaps one of the keys to be watching to help guide you as to where the market is headed to. And when I say where the market is headed to, what the heck does that mean out there? Well, let me do this. Let me see if I can I do this? Oh, man, did I really close that out? No, I didn't have to. It's give me uno momento, por favor. Now, geez, why did I move that? All right, let's do this. We're day 15, right? You and I mentioned that we are in day number 15 of the month of December. From a trading day, it's day 21. I got it. But from a trading standpoint, we're day number 15. Day number 15, as far as the Dow, has a bias to the upside 70% of the time out here. So does day 16. That's tomorrow. So does day 17. That's Tuesday. So does day 18. That would be Wednesday out here. It's Thursday. That's kind of the bummer of the day. Now, this is just a probability what typically happens inside of the Dow out here. So if that's the case, what should we see out there, right? If that set of averages since March of 2009 is really going to bore out, what are you watching for? And I'll tell you what you're watching for. You're watching for the price level of 24,896. Right now we're trading at 24,840. Not a lot of points away, but nonetheless, 24,896 is the number. Why is that? Brand new daily TAS market profile. That should be resistance. If it does act as resistance, don't be surprised. And if price blows through that, well, tomorrow ought to be very, very good to you and to me, and probably Tuesday and probably Wednesday as well, because that is the next area of resistance where we could get the most amount of information from inside of the Dow Equity Futures Contract. Inside of the Russell 2000, that's going to have a new profile come mañana, come tomorrow out here. I don't know where it's going to be. It's probably above the prior one, but we'll see. And it could always change depending on how markets trade, but more likely than not, we're going to have a new profile out there so you and I can come up with one more benchmark. And if it doesn't clear it, does it mean sell everything? That's the top? Of course not. We just have new levels of support and resistance out there. We've got a request from Danny in Atlanta, wants to take a look at March soybeans. So let's go take a look at those out here. Danny, being a farmer in hot Atlanta, would like to know where those things are headed to. So let's go take a look at it. Let's go see where we go. You want to take a look at the March soybeans. So let's go. This is the January out here. Let's go take a look at March and see where those are trading. It is regular trading hours tomorrow, Maria. It is, unfortunately. My preference would be that the market closes at 1. If you can swing that, that would be really great. And my other preference is that it's closed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's not really the case out here. That being said, Danny, where's the bottom in March soybeans out here? Have you found a bottom? What are you looking at? Where are you targeting is the bottom out here for March soybeans? Unfortunately, as each of us look at this set of charts out here, 4 different time frames, 60 short-term, 240, a little bit less short-term, daily, we'll call that just kind of swing trading out there. And then we've got the weekly. And you'll see that each of those bars is red. Never a good sign for all of those bars to be red out here because it means it hasn't found a bottom. So I don't see a bottom. Prices below basically every profile that you and I could come up with. And how am I going to come up with? Now, what I can do, let's go see what and I got to pull up the continuous contract. So my apology for that, but let's do that. Just bear with me while I get down to the Z's inside this, inside of all of these different symbols that I've either created or are actual symbols out there. So here we go, and yeah, because I don't have the current contract, but nonetheless, we're going to take a look at. We'll take a look at this, and we're trying to figure out, is there any kind of pattern out here? Anything that we can use to try to identify some type of bottom. And at this stage here, the answer is no, not really. So let's go. I mean, what are we looking at as far as wave counts out here? Nothing, nada, zilch, zippo. Danny, looks like March soybeans are headed lower. Last thing, in the last 10 seconds out here, put this on a 10-minute chart, which is not good enough to take a trade on. Danny, I don't have one, but keep asking. I'll keep looking at these charts for you. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So Bob in Spokane. Did I say that right, Bob? And if I didn't, I apologize. But Bob wants to take a look at natural gas. So let's go take a look at this chart here. This is going to be the January. We'll go take a look at the what is the active contract? Is it February? But I've got up the January contract on my screen. It's going to be just fine. What we can see here that's going on, Bob, first of all, no bottom. No bottom yet. Maybe because we do have a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the downside that is trying to complete in the 255 level. We're basically very close to that area. But you need to see two things. Number one, you've got to see the bulls rush in here. You need a daily bullish reversal signal. We don't have it today, that's for sure. Second thing that you must have out here, you've got to see a close above Stevie's red line. Right now, that's priced at 270. I don't know what it will be tomorrow, but you must see a price above that. We can see we looked at this. I don't know, Bob, if it was you and I, but we looked at this together, you guys out there, December 18th. And there was a nice bullish candle, nice bull sash out there, and everybody thought that was the bottom. And I said, not so fast. And the reason I said not so fast was because price had traded right into Stevie's red line. And we go back and listen to the replay on December 18th. And what you and I know was at that stage of the game, it was nothing more than a counter-trend rally into resistance. Turned out that was the correct call. We can see over the last 2 trading sessions out here, that line has been resistance. It is a very important line to note out here. It is not a moving average. But what it does tell you is when the market is either in a counter-trend rally mode or it was just a one-day wonder. So wait for 2 things if you're trying to go long. Depending on your time frames out here, wait for a bullish reversal signal and wait for price to close above Stevie's red line. Folks, stay tuned for another great hour of programming here at TFNN. And you got Tom O'Brien, because it's terrific Thursday from 3 to 5. Andy Heck from 5 to 6. I'll be back with you on fantastic, fabulous Friday, the Friday before Christmas. Take care, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.